Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I did kind of an overview of my year of 2018 and kind of like highlighted features, what am I saying? Like, I guess all the most memorable parts of 2018, which I feel like spoiler alert, it's just pretty much about like social media because that's like my whole life now, which I absolutely love. I'm so grateful for it. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in that and not really hearing me talk about this makeup look, then keep watching. So I already did my foundation and my brows off camera, and I'm just gonna get into doing the rest of my makeup. I think I'm gonna do, I guess, kind of like an everyday look because the look doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna use that shade that I like in the James Charles palette. Okay. So, my year for 2018. This was like the craziest year. Like I just can't even believe all the opportunities that I've been given. It's completely insane. And how fast it all happened. Like this was just like, I need to like start my eyeshadow or else I'm just gonna wind up staring at the camera for like an hour just crying. But this literally has been the biggest year of my life, you know? So many things have changed for me. I mean, this time last year, I didn't even have a YouTube channel. I guess February, was it February or March that I started YouTube? I guess when I like posted my first video, but I wasn't consistent at all. And now I feel like I have like a pretty good flow going. So my goal for 2019 is to keep that going. But this time last year on Instagram, I had about a little over 4,000 followers on there. And now I'm at 109, which is like crazy, like over 100,000 people. Oh my god, I just like can't even wrap my head around that. And a lot of that is thanks to, you know, Nikki Tutorials for supporting me, and I had 9gag share me. It was completely insane. So Nikki found me. If you guys have already heard the story, you're probably bored already, but I figure if I'm reflecting on my year, might as well talk about it. But Nikki Tutorials found me and shouted me out on Snapchat when I was I had about almost 10,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm not like, I'd want to meet up with her to like ask her how she found me, because that's like so interesting to me. And also to you guys, how did you find me? Did you find me through YouTube or did you find me through Instagram? And if you can remember, what was the post that you found me on? It's so crazy to me to think of that. But I remember I was having like one of the worst days. It was just, I was in such like a terrible rut. And I get in ruts often, so this is like not that out of the ordinary for me, but this was like a really bad one where I just couldn't motivate myself. And I was already in the 100 days of makeup at that point. And I was just having a really hard time pushing through. And I remember just like, I had already wasted like most of the day away. I think it was about like 11 o'clock and I had like a couple like Hungry Jack pancakes and just like feeling like shit. So I just wanted to feel worse, you know? And all of a sudden, like I just decided to check my Instagram and like I was overflowing with followers. Everything just kept pouring in. Like I couldn't even like refresh my page. And like I was just getting really scared because I was like, what? Like I don't understand what's happening. Like what's going on? And it wasn't through, she didn't mention me through Instagram, so I really had no idea. And then I just started like commenting on things and I was like, where did you guys come from? You know? And I got really freaked out when I couldn't find out like who it was until like a little later. But I was like, somebody had to have signed me up for like one of those like like fake follower things or like a follow for follow thing or whatever. And I was getting really like upset that like people were gonna think that I wasn't legit. It's like, what is happening? And then somebody eventually commented and said that Nikki Tutorial sent them. And I was like, what? Like, I had been watching Nikki on YouTube for the longest time. It's just so crazy how far she's come. And it's nuts because I was just watching one of her videos earlier that day. Like, when I get in ruts, like, even just in general, like, YouTube is what I watch. Like, I don't watch much TV. Like, it's not something that I really, like, flip on to watch a show. Yeah, so everything that I watch is YouTube. But it's just so crazy, like, one of your biggest idols, you know, finds you, and it's just like they think that your work is cool, you know. It's just I can't even get over that. So Nikki got me to, when she found me, like I said, I was at about 10,000, and then her shout out bumped me up to, I think I was at 22. Yeah, 22. And then I happened to do a Woody tutorial from Toy Story, and 9gag reshared it, and that like doubled me from the 22. I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, so I was at like, what is that, like 44? I just couldn't even believe it. Like, that was all in a span of like maybe like a month or two that happened. It was just like completely insane. But my Woody look really propelled me. It just kept getting reshared, and that bumped me up a lot. And then also, what else happened? Oh, Nikki reshared me again in October. She used my look like to start out her Halloween week. She was inspired by one of my skulls, and it was so cool. Like, it bumps me up again. It was just like, it's just so cool that like bigger artists can see smaller artists and have respect for them, which is, it's so crazy, you know. Like, she didn't have to do that. And I don't know, I keep like talking about it as if she was like just trying to help me out, but like maybe she was really inspired by my work, which is just crazy. It's just so hard for me to like, I guess, believe that. Like, I don't know if any artist is ever like really like happy with their work, you know? I know for me, I'm so hard on myself. So it's just cool. It's such a cool thought to think of, you know, that someone who is at Nikki Tutorial's level, who's interested, you know? I don't know. But I've been given so many cool opportunities this year. It's just insane. I had a winery reach out to me to advertise their Halloween contest. That was cool. I got to do like a devil look inspired by it was like Casa del Diablo. I like can never pronounce it correctly, but it's my favorite wine, which is really funny because I feel like I like manifested that because I literally buy their wine all the time. I love their Cabernet Sauvignon. It's like the best. But they also have a really good red blend. But anyway. But yeah, so they reached out to me right after, like literally the night after, like my boyfriend and I had like another bottle of their wine. And I get an email from them and I'm like, what? Like, you want to like sponsor me to come up with like a character for you? It was just, it was insane. This is just like nuts. And then right after that, I had Nickelodeon wanted to work with me, and I created Angelica for them. It was like it was a new platform that they were trying to promote, and they were having artists create characters from just like random things. Like, there was someone who carved SpongeBob out of an avocado. It was really cool. And there's another guy who did like a tattoo of like Invader Zim. It was really cool. They had like a guy who designed sneakers do a design. But yeah, I'll link that down below for you guys in case you want to see it. I'll just link the platform that it is so that you can see all the others if you're interested. but it's really cool. It's a really cool concept. But Nickelodeon, guys, Nickelodeon. Like, I can't even, like, I'm so inspired by their characters. They're one of my, like, biggest sources of inspiration, you know? Like, all of their characters. Like, I never in a million years would have thought that I would be working with them. And that was just like, oh. And I got that email when we were away on a cruise, and I was just like, and it was like right after the wine competition, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening, you know, like. But continuing with the rest of my year, I hit 100,000 right around the time when I was doing, I think I was finishing up the 31 Days of Halloween. Yes, that's what it was. And like a lot of people like reshared and did other looks of mine, and a few things like went like semi-viral, things like that. I like hate saying when like something of mine went viral. It like makes me feel weird to say that. I feel like I'm like bragging about myself, which I'm definitely not. You guys know that like I'm like extremely insecure. But yeah, so that's how I got to 100,000, which it's just insane because I get a lot of questions on like how to build your following, and to be honest, it's all just keeping up the momentum. You know, that's really all that it is, in my opinion. You know, you just have to post consistently, and I know that everyone says that, but it's true. You know, if you're building a following, your followers need to know that you're going to be posting something just about every single day, so that they're excited, you know, to see what you have coming up. I feel like that's really like the brunt of it, you know? And you're gonna learn as you go. Like you don't have to start out great or anything like that. No one does. You wind up developing a style as you go. Like I've said in the past, I didn't start my page as a cartoon page. I started as more of like a special effects page. And then I wound up doing a Cynthia look, and that's what really made me focus strictly on cartoons. And then I kind of like branched out, and I still do like a lot of my style is very like pop arty. Well, pop art's like my main inspiration for everything, but like I also mix in like beauty looks. I do like more like creative looks too, mixed in with the cartoons, so it's not like just like boring. Like, I don't know. I like to switch it up, keep myself interested because I lose interest fast. And I also just love different art styles, so I try to incorporate everything kind of mixed into one. But I would have to say that the main way of building an audience is to post consistently. Within this year, I've done 2 separate rounds of the 100 Days of Makeup. So I did like 200 Days of Makeup, I guess you could say. And then even past that, when I wasn't doing that challenge, I was still posting just about every single day. And if I wasn't posting that day, I was kind of updating my stories just to talk to people, or I would do like a live video on Instagram and talk to people. It's like you need to keep up that relationship, not only because you have to, but because you should want to, you know? These are the people who are supporting you, and honestly, I've made like the coolest friends online. Like honestly, like you guys are my friends. I consider you to be my friends, and I genuinely am interested in what you're doing. I love your comments. You have no idea how much that means to me. It's it's just unreal, you know? But you guys are everything to me, and if you're someone who's looking to grow your page, another good tip is respond to all your comments. You know, it's such a great way to keep the engagement going, and if you genuinely care about people, they care about you back. You know, that's the only way to really build a strong, genuine connection with your followers, and to just build like a core group of people, you know? So you should really care about those people, because they're the ones who are going to be there for you. They're the reason why you're going to be able to make this into a career if you wind up making it into a career. So pretty much stay loyal and work hard. Up until recently, I didn't allow myself to take credit for what I've created, you know, with my following. I just feel like I kind of credited the people who reshared my work for the amount of followers that I have, and partly that's true. But like, you can't allow that to get in the way, because when you think about it, like, they reshared your work because your work is good, you know? Because they liked it. I feel like I have such a fear of people saying that I didn't earn it because, like, other people have just shared me, like Nikki Tutorials, like, for instance, has shared me twice. So to me, like, I'm so scared that people can say that like, I didn't earn that, you know? Like, I didn't earn those followers. They just happened because she shared my work. But, like, I guess, like, it still kind of bothers me because I'm getting, like, a little worked up about it. But it hasn't been until recently that I've, like, been able to really understand that, no, you know what? I've worked really hard for this, and I've stayed consistent, and I've continuously been growing, you know, and really allowing my best work to shine through, that someone saw it, you know, and really admired it enough to share it. So, you know, I feel finally that I'm able to just be proud of myself, you know? I feel like that's such a tough thing for me to do because, like I have said in so many other videos, I've never felt like there was anything that I was, like, good at, you know? And art is something that has always been so close to me because it's been my escape. And I never wanted to do anything with art related because I was so scared that I just wouldn't want to do it anymore if I felt like I had to do it. Because I'm a very stubborn person, and when I feel like I have to do something, I don't want to do it. Which, don't get me wrong, like, I do have my struggles with that in this industry because you do have to stay consistent and relevant. So you do have to post often, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood to create. But the way that you need to look at it as in a big picture, this is what I want, you know? And as long as you can say that in a big picture way, I think that you're on the right track. But if you're literally living every single day and you hate what you're doing and it's not adding up to something that you want, I think it's time to start reconsidering. Life is way too short to not be building a life that you love, you know? And I know that it can be tough because, I mean, I didn't grow up like with anyone really around me that told you to follow your dreams, or, you know, you see all those, like, inspirational posters. Like, it wasn't like that, you know? And I think that in most families it's not like that, you know? Everything is, like, society tells you that you're supposed to make a lot of money, or, you know, get a job that makes a lot of money, or, you know, like, I feel like you're constantly searching for things outside of yourself. But once you really dig deep and try a bunch of different things and figure out what you really want, you know, that's when you're on the right path to finding it. You know, I had changed jobs fairly often. Not like fairly often. I would say I would be at a place for about a year, and then I would change it up if I didn't like it. I've been at other places for longer than a year. I'm not like that bad. But I think it's so important to love what you do, you know, and not necessarily, I guess I shouldn't say love, because the other jobs that I've had, like, you sometimes need to take jobs that you don't hate, but you know that it's income to be able to provide you for something that you do want. What I'm trying to say is society makes it seem like you have to compromise, like, everything, and you really don't. You know, I know it's easier said than done, obviously, and I've gotten a lot of shit for not being, you know, the typical person who, like, follows the rules and everything, you know. Like I said, I didn't graduate on time. I didn't go to college. I just always knew that college wasn't right for me, so I never took my SATs or anything. I just knew that just wasn't my route. It wasn't for me. But I did take a lot of classes. I've taken sewing classes. I took an English class just to figure out, because I've always kind of wanted to be a writer. It's just something that like I'm really passionate about. I just love writing. So I took an English class. I've taken a few different art classes to try to figure out if that's like not really for like something that I wanted to do. I think I did it more for fun. But I've taken, did I already say sewing classes? I've taken like cooking classes. Trying to think. I sold cars for a little while. I was a floral designer. So there's like I feel like this eyelash is wonky. What I'm saying is, never settle for a mediocre life. You know, don't live for anyone else but yourself. And you're the only one who knows what's best for you, so drown everyone else out and do your own thing. So that's pretty much my life advice to everyone, and I'm gonna carry that attitude in with me to 2019 because that's just who I am. And if I keep rambling on, I'm never gonna do my lips, and I need to seal my eyebrows, so let me just do that. But I have a lot of cool things in store for you guys in 2019, and I'm so excited to share them with you, but I can't just yet. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and for watching me ramble today and always. Do you hear my stomach? But you guys have no idea how much it means to me. I couldn't have even dreamed of getting to where I am today. It's just, especially in such a short amount of time, it's you hear that? It's like ruining my emotional moment right now. But thank you guys so much for being here along the ride, and just for all the support and love you've given me. You have no idea how much this YouTube helps me. Instagram, I know, has been my main focus, but for 2019, I really want to start incorporating YouTube a lot more. It's like therapy to me to talk to you guys, and it's just so great to have both outlets as kind of like almost like separate things, but kind of the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like YouTube's more of my way of being able to get to know you guys better and to just really, I guess, for you guys to get to know me on a deeper level too. Because Instagram through pictures, you can't really do that. I can make stories and stuff like that, but whatever. Going too off topic now. But thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in 2019. I hate when people say see you next year. It's the worst. But yeah, see you next year.